Good afternoon. My name is Sylvie. I live in the UK, and my friend Genia and I are recording for you the explanation of the verses of the Song of Eternity of Selim Aissel. So I wanted to do an introduction for you about this Song of Eternity and these 100 verses, each describing in poetic form one of the greatest human qualities like health, joy, love, courage, generosity, forgiveness, compassion, and hospitality. The Song of Eternity also contains the essential of the teaching of Selim Aissel, one of the rare spiritual masters living today in France. Each verse, in its outward dimension, is addressed to everyone who wants to better understand and practice the noble qualities that will improve their relationship with themselves, other people, and the world. In its inward or esoteric dimension, the verses are addressed to seekers on a spiritual path of realization, awakening, and liberation. Each one of us can use these verses as words that heal all afflictions, whether physical, psychological, or spiritual, according to techniques traditionally passed from masters to pupil and presented to the public today by Selim Aissel. And I will read to you. So this is the book, one of the books. There are two books of the explanations of the verses. And so Genia and I will read one a week for you. Hopefully soon we will be able to do it together, but at the moment we're still in lockdown, so we do it where we live. Another thing that Selim Aissel tells us about these verses, they describe noble qualities that someone who would like to move along a path of self-knowledge, knowledge of others, and knowledge of the world may develop. Someone who would like to become a good, fair man or woman by realizing his or her true nature beyond all conditionings and personality. When we are singing of or reciting the verses, they enter deeply in our unconscious, transforming our mind and our emotions. They enter deeply, and the repetition of the verses and the higher thoughts that they convey allow the transformation of our old mechanical and conditioned way of thinking. And all proverbs say, we become what we think. Thus, we may aim for all these noble qualities that are in the verses and let them become our own. One more aspect. Selim Aissel reminds us that humanity is not an abstraction. It is a globality formed by all humans. Each human is a part of humanity. And when something happens for a man or a woman, it enters the collective unconscious of humanity, which then can evolve. So, if higher thoughts, higher principles are cultivated by a man or a group of men and women, these thoughts are introduced to all of humanity and inscribed in what we could call the spiritual atmosphere of Earth. And these thoughts may then be caught by others who are receptive to them and give them the force to realize that which resonates with such thoughts. Hence, when you are singing the verse of charity, all those working on earth in a charitable way receive some force through you. May the beautiful verse that we are singing and reciting and studying heal us, the people close to our hearts, our acquaintances, neighbors, country, and all of earth and humankind. Thank you for listening, and I will see you soon.